We're going to sit up nice and tall in our seat. Begin to relax the body just by tapping into the present moment. This idea of the present with us is always accessible with us. There we go. You want to drop down your shoulders, allow the weight to fall down into the hips, and from the hips down into the feet. It's really important that you find a comfortable position to sit in. And you can start by breathing in and out. One of the things that we've been practicing this week is this sense of trust and security. It's really important for us to use the breath as a way to feel supported and feel secure in our practice. But we want to use that with our bodies so that we can feel. If you take your fingertips and you just kind of press them together, you get this feeling of touch, and that's tangible, it's obtainable. When we use the breath with the body, we can obtain the sense of security, the sense of the present moment. Take a nice inhale in and consider breathing down to the lowest part of your body. Actually, in your mind's eye, allow the ability of the breath to travel to where your visual representation is of the lowest part of your body. And every exhale out, you feel like that breath is coming up through the body, and it releases and exits through the nose. Do this about 3 times. We'll actually start out with a cultivated breath collectively, something that we can do together, and then you'll take it on your own. On the next exhale, allow all the stale air to come out the body. Navel touches the spine. Shh. Inhale in and breathe in. Breathe into the lowest part of the body, down to the feet if possible. Exhale, release. Again, navel touches the spine. We're going to add a count to this. Next exhale, allow the navel to press to the spine. 1, 2, 3. Inhale and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. 3, 2, 1. Inhale and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. 3, 2, 1. Navel touches the spine. And inhale and breathe down to the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For a moment, just shake it off. Maybe take your hands and shake that count off. Okay? I want you to just tune into your own breath now and find your own rhythm and your own count. You may feel like the breath count could be a little shorter or a little longer. I want you to discover that within the next few moments. Use this as an opportunity to honor yourself and your body. Find your rhythm. But stay focused on breathing to the lowest part of the body, to the feet. Breathing towards the ground. And really feel this breath travel through the body. As you come to a steady rhythm with your breath, I want you to bring your full attention and awareness down to your feet. Notice the ground which the feet are resting on. From the heel to the toes. See if you can identify anything that sticks out to you about your feet and the ground. Really look for something. It doesn't have to necessarily just be touch, but maybe it's temperature, maybe it's texture. Maybe there's some kind of awakeness or aliveness that comes from your toes. See if you can tap into that for a moment and just cultivate a sense of what your feet is saying to you, what your feet feel like, and how it feels to be grounded. Your feet are the closest thing to the floor beneath you. Take about 5 breaths in and out and really stay anchored in the sense of awareness of your feet being grounded. Try to be still with the rest of the body. Just try to bring it to just the feet. And see if your feet can be trusting. Trusting that it supports the upper body, but at the same time that the ground is there, the earth. There's something there to support it. It's the middle ground, so to speak. And see if you can feel a sense of confidence that the ground is there and it's not that is going to disappear. For the rest of this practice, it's going to be here for you. Even if you wiggle the toes a little bit, you can really feel it. Get this tangible sense that it's truly there. Very logical to believe it's going to stay there. And with this sense of trust, I want you to keep this cultivated in your experience and really get a feeling of what trust looks like for you. While you're looking at it, see if you can be descriptive. Notice anything about it that stands out, or even anything about it that you have feelings about, maybe opinions about, or judgments about. And just sit there for a few moments. And with this trust in your mind's eye, I want you to keep it with you through each breath, trusting the experience of each part of your body as we go from one body part or limb to another, and we travel up to the crown of the head with this. So we're going to move up now from the feet, and from the feet, we're going to go to the ankles. And just want you to get a sense of what the ankle feels like in sense of shape. How does your ankle feel? What do you notice? Keep your focus here. Use the breath, this trusting breath, to keep your awareness on the ankle. And trust whatever the ankle is telling you. First impression. Try not to change it or judge it. And just sit here for a few moments, and then when you feel ready, take a nice breath in. And whatever you were feeling there or thinking, I want you to just acknowledge it and then let it go. We're going to move on to the next place. Coming up now from the ankles to the lowest part of the knee. Feel the full length of the leg, the lower leg. Notice the calf, the shin, the inner and the outer leg. Notice the temperature and notice the shape. It's really important to maybe trace around that shape just to get a sense of where you're bringing your focus to, allowing your vision to develop around it. And take a breath in, allow that trust to fill the space, that whatever is coming up for you there is exactly what it's supposed to be. You don't have to change it, it's part of you. Allow it to be there and be part of you. And then your next inhale in, acknowledge it. And then exhale and let it go. We're going to come to the knees now, to the full knee. Notice the back of the knee, the front of the knee, the sides. You're going to feel differences in the knee because there's bone, there's skin. Some parts are thinner, some parts are thicker, there's tendons. There's a whole lot of things that the knee does because it's a joint and it's connecting. It's connecting the top part of the body or the top part of the legs to the lower part of the legs, right? And really just feel the weight fall from your knees down into your feet and just feel that full length from the knees, the lower legs, the ankles, and the feet. Notice how the weight just falls. And keep your breath in this place of trust as you breathe into the knee. Notice anything that comes up for it. Notice what it speaks to you. And then on the next inhale, trusting that whatever came up for you is valid, acknowledge it, and then exhale and let go. We exhale and we let go because we can't dwell on it. Positive, negative, whatever we deem it to be or label it as, we can't stay there and focus on it. We want to continue to move through the body. So that exhale is something to really just release. And it's time to move on and come up now to the thighs, the full length of the thigh too, from the top of the knee, right where that kneecap attaches to the thigh, all the way up towards the hips. We're going to include the sits bone as well, where the glutes are. the hamstrings, the IT band. And as you breathe in here, I love to have this analogy of a cylinder, and the breath of air almost spirals all the way down the legs, the upper legs. And on the inhale in, you can almost feel it wash around. And on the exhale out, you can feel it take with it. It's the sense of give and take. Notice what comes up for you while you do this breathing exercise, and you breathe into the thighs with trust. And see if you can just trust whatever comes up. First thing, you're just trusting that your thighs are speaking to you, and you're acknowledging whatever's there. It could be an impression, it could come in the form of a full thought, a full judgment or opinion. But just recognize it for what it is. Trust yourself that you recognize it for what it is. And the next inhale in, you're acknowledging whatever's there with trust. On the exhale, let go. All the way out, completely released. We're going to come and bring our attention now up from our hips to our lower pelvic bowl into our bellies today, to right where the windpipe is. Also, we can wrap that around our back body and include the back of the body where the lowest part of the back, the sacrum, exists. I want you to breathe in and breathe out. Allow that breath to really fill this area. This breath is filled with trust. Allow whatever comes up for you to be here, and try not to adjust it, but just be present, trusting whatever comes up is valid. And you're able to understand that through your breath. And if you need a moment to really just feel your breath, you can actually take your hands and place them on your belly. And you can feel that rise and fall. And each time it rises and falls, I want you to really consider how trust plays a role. You trust that the breath comes in, and you trust that it goes out. You can also trust that the belly is present and valid. And whatever comes up for you while you're there is present and valid because it's part of you. On the next inhale in, acknowledge it one final time, and then exhale and completely release it. We're going to come up now to the chest and the shoulders and the upper back body. Every time you inhale and exhale, you can really feel the breath here. I want you to also focus on the body, allowing the body to speak to you as it would like. Because it is our chest and our front of our body, we have a tendency to associate a lot of emotion because our heart is here, our lungs are here, a lot of vital organs are here. So it's a lot of feelings and emotions that can come up for us. I want you to just stay with it and trust. Trust as you're present, trust as you're here. And whatever comes up for you, use the breath to just stay with it. Not trying to change it or adjust it, just being present with it. going to take another breath in, acknowledge it, and then exhale and completely let it go. Bringing our awareness now up to our arms where our shoulders are. Come down the full length of the limb, all the way down from the bicep and the tricep, the elbow, down the lower arm, the wrist, the hands. Feel the palm of the hand, feel the knuckle of the palm, the fingertips, and even the nail bed. See if you can be completely aware of the full shape and length of your limb. Breathing in from the arm, the top part of the arm, all the way down to the fingertips, and then exhaling and releasing. Allow the sense of trust to wash over the arms and just listen to what's there. Your hands are a really great servant, so you might have a lot come up for you here with your hands. As are your arms, there's really a lot of strength there in those arms. Your muscles are there. It's where like a lot of heavy lifting is. So there might be a lot being said in your arms. See if you can just connect to it. Using the breath to trust that it's valid. We're going to bring our awareness now to the full length of the arms once again. Breathing in, acknowledging whatever's there, and then exhaling and letting go. And as you let go, really let it go. You're going to continue to on your journey. You can't take everything with you, right? Sometimes you just got to go. We're going to come up now from our fingertips and our shoulders. We're going to come up and we're going to rise above that now to our neck. And maybe sit up a little bit taller so that your neck elongates. Just like to have a nice long neck, a nice confident neck. And when you breathe in and out, this will allow you to really discover all the nooks and crannies of your neck. The front of the neck, the back, the sides, and even the internal neck body. When you swallow or you breathe, you can actually feel something going on in your neck. When you speak, you can sense and feel vibrations. So it's a really active part of the body. So take a moment just to sit with it, allowing whatever comes up to speak. And trust me, it might have a lot to say. But just sit with it for a moment and trust that it's valid. Breathing in moment by moment with trust. And if at any moment you need to reconnect to this idea of trust, just wiggle your toes and feel the ground beneath you and how it supports you. And then bring that back up to your breath, focusing on your neck. Take another inhale in, acknowledging it. And then exhale and let go. We're going to come to our face, our full face, from the jaw to the mouth, the inner, the outer mouth, the lips, the tongue. Maybe even notice where your tongue is placed right now. And if it is placed on the top of the mouth, see if you can just relax it. Allow your jaw to be loose, even your teeth. See if you can just let your mouth be easy. Allow your cheeks to relax and your eyes, your eyebrows, your face, the ears, the head, from the back of the head all the way up to the crown of the head. Notice this full head, this full upper body. And just trust whatever comes up for you is valid. You either understand what it's saying or you get where it's coming from. But you trust that whatever's coming up for you has something to say and is valid enough to listen. And you're just acknowledging it with your breath, staying present. Take another breath in and acknowledge it fully. And with trust, exhale and let it go. From the crown of your head down to your feet, I want you to allow this idea of trust to come through the body as you reflect back on the practice. Just taking note of everything that maybe have come up for you and everything that you've been able to let go of. Notice that some things may stick out more than others, and that's okay. And you may forget, and that's okay as well. Remember, you really let this go. But just trust yourself here now, as you are, and acknowledge the full body. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. I just want you to introduce this into part of your experience. Continuing to breathe in and out with a sense of trust. And see if you can just be still and present in this trusting kind of way for the rest of the practice. You're welcome to continue this practice as long as you like by turning off this video. If you'd like to close with me, we can close now. As you take a few breaths in and out, I want you to keep this idea of trust with you for a few more moments as you open your eyes. Wiggle the toes. Feel the support on the ground underneath you. Know that you can take this practice with you for today or leave it here, your choice. Continue to breathe in and out. And if at any time you need this sense of trust in your day, you can take a breath, remembering this cultivated sense of trust, or wiggle your feet and just feel the ground beneath you. Notice the support there. And in that moment, just bring that into your awareness. The same way we shared our awareness with the singing bowl, we just bring that into our awareness as well. I thank you so much for joining me today. And have a great day, and namaste. And I love you. Thank you.